Hi! Thank you so much for tuning in to your Written in the Stars Horoscope for December. I'm really glad you decided to join me. I'm Madeline, if we haven't met before, and if you're returning, thank you so much. I really hope that you enjoy your reading for the month and that it guides and serves you very well. I'm going to be doing something a little different this month. I will be doing your December Horoscope as usual, but I'll be adding a second spread at the end called my Fiercely Focused spread, which is going to give you a really overarching theme for your month, as well as some really specific action steps for things you can do when it comes to the mental, physical, financial, emotional, and creative aspects of your life in December. So I hope that you'll enjoy that. Happy holidays. I'm really looking forward to them myself. I don't know if you can tell, I'm pretty excited about the holidays. And if you will stay tuned to the end, I do have a special holiday message for you from a bit of a guest star. So stay tuned and find out what's up with that. And if you like your reading, I hope that you will like it and subscribe and let me know what you felt in the comments, because I would love to hear from you. And thank you so much, and without further ado, on to your December Horoscope. Hey, Scorpio. Thank you again for tuning in to your December 2016 Horoscope. I'm excited to see what's up for you this month. And woo, alrighty, got jumpers. Spirit's ready to talk for you. So this month I'm going to be doing something a little different as well. So I'll be doing your reading as usual, but please stay tuned till the end when I'll be doing a second spread, where I'll be getting kind of a little deeper and putting a little bit of a laser focus. I'm going to be doing a spread that I made called my Fiercely Focused spread, to see what is a major theme for you to be focusing on in December and what is going on with your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual realms in December. So, and kind of give you some really specific actionable steps that you can take. Sometimes I feel like that's important. You know, we want to know, like, okay, yeah, the reading was great, so now what the fuck? Okay, Scorpio, December 2016. Wow. Okay, it's like Spirit wants me to take like all these cards. Okay. And they really want me to pull this bonus card, so you get a bonus card this month, Scorpio. Oh god, sorry about the earthquake. Not bad. Okay. Let's get everybody where you can see them. Scorpio likes to keep the secrets. They don't like secrets kept from them. Ha ha ha. Okay. And then your bonus card, we'll just move him right up here. Okay, let's see what's going on for you, Scorpio. Yay! Oh, yay. Double yay. Okay. I'm sorry. I'll stop with the yays. We'll wait till the end to yay. Bonus card. Nice invitation. I turned over the Queen of Wands and she's in the fire element, and I just said nice invitation and then flip her over and Spirit said from somebody hot. So some of y'all are getting an invitation from somebody hot this month. Okay. Wow. Okay. And your bonus card, which we will pull right at the end, because I think I know exactly where I would like to put this card. Okay, so Scorpio, the really good news is there is more structure and security for you in December. And I do feel like it has something to do with like, there is a bit of an ending. I mean, like, we always get to the nitty-gritty, Scorpio. So, like, there is an ending. There is, like, okay, I'm done beating this dead horse and I'm walking away from it. And I'm not feeling like that's, like, the most traumatic thing in the world, but these are general readings. So for some of you, it can be something as, like, traumatic as a breakup. But for others of you, it's more like, okay, you know what? Like, I was really trying to, like, convince this person of my opinion for a really long time, and I'm just done with that. Like, I'm not going to waste my energy and time anymore, because even at its like its least traumatic, the Ten of Swords is still like a sense of defeat. It's still like, oh fine, like you win, okay, like God, I'm never talking about it again. Like, I feel like there's kind of that sense. Like, so some of you may be walking away from a job, like I'm done with this and I'm turning my back on it and I'm getting something else because like these people don't hear me, these people won't listen, and what I see here that I love and like that is very interesting, and what I love about tarot, one of the things is that spirit always like through different means and images and symbols like takes me different places. And what spirit is saying is that you are going to be walking away from this situation, and notice that he's walking towards this rising sun and these mountains. And spirit brings my eyes up here where on the other side of some mountains there is this security and there is this sense of like foundation, and that everything is lush and calm and the opposite of this kind of very desolate landscape. So I feel like a lot of you have family support, and that's part of what this is like there's a nest where you can be, whether that's the family that you have created, whether that is your immediate family, whether that is your soul family, like your tribe. There's hope there for you. And I do feel like for a lot of you also, because again, Scorpio, these are general readings, so every message will not resonate, but some of them will resonate with you and others will resonate with others. And for some of you, this is like great money, like great income, like maybe you get a bonus because it's the holidays, or maybe you just get, you've gotten a promotion or you're about to get one, but it's like more money and security and sense of mastery and a sense of like, wow, I have more than enough and I can share it is coming for you in December. And that's important to you because, you know, Scorpio, you rule resources and money and influence. And it is something that you want, even if you're not like, I'm not saying you're greedy, but you know that the power of money and what it can do for you, and you want some. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Beautiful things coming to you in December. The star is hope and optimism and positivity and like flow. And what spirit is saying in particular for you here, Scorpio, is that you're being rewarded for setting it's funny, like for setting some things on fire in your life, for like giving up certain things, for putting some things on the pyre and giving them a Viking funeral and being like, bye bitch. Like you're getting rewarded for that. And that's also partially this. And that's really funny because Spirit said, so for those of you that are like walking away from something so intense and that you're getting such beautiful things to replace it, you may want to actually literally do a little bit of like ritual burning. Like, you know, like let's pretend it's a breakup. The notes that you wrote each other or things like that, just like little like safe, take them outside, you know, fireproof bowl and burn them. I am not a firefighter, so do not take my advice. I'm just saying sometimes burning stuff feels good. I may or may not have Venus in Scorpio, I confess. Okay. So this hope and optimism and renewal that is coming, especially as like an antidote and a gift for leaving behind what's not working, because nature abhors a vacuum, and when you cut off, like when you dam up one part of your energy, that energy is allowed to flow elsewhere and bring you other good things. So that's what I'm feeling for you, Scorpio, is that some channels are shifting and some new energy is going to be pouring into your life. And for a lot of you, it's going to come in the form of like financial windfall, or like Pentacles rule jobs and opportunities. So even if it's not a literal like, oh, I got a bunch of money, it's like, oh, I got a promotion, or oh, I got offered a job, or I applied for something and they really like me and I think it's going to happen. Like, just good stuff. I really like it. Okay. So you're feeling a little overwhelmed. So you definitely need some like self-care Sunday stuff. Like you definitely need to like find a weekend to like they're saying, even if you could like get away, that would be wonderful. And that's kind of like get away by yourself. Like, and if you can't do that, you know, just like put like having a little staycation and putting the like do not disturb on your phone, on the door, on everything. And just kind of, even if you don't like to cross your legs and say Om, like having some kind of meditative or quiet practice where you can just kind of like, my whole body needs to exhale right now. Like Like, it's like Spirit is giving me this feeling like you've been holding your breath for like a month without even realizing it, and you really need some like room to exhale. Like, so for you, like, meditation would be fabulous. Like, that would be my number one recommendation. But if that is not your deal, like, journaling would be fabulous, and prayer would be fabulous. Things that are cathartic, things that let you let out the bad, and so that you can make room to inhale the good. So it's like exhale the stress and the worry and the fear, and inhale the hope and the possibilities. Like, do those rhythmic breaths. Even if you're not going to meditate, if you just start feeling overwhelmed and you're at your desk at work, just do some rhythmic breathing. Like, bring yourself back to your center, where you can really see your vision instead of your fears, because this is a card of vision, Scorpio. And Spirit is saying, like, this is funny, like, Spirit is frustrated with some of you. And they love you unconditionally. This is the same way that a very loving, unconditionally loving parent could be frustrated with their child. It doesn't mean they don't love them. In fact, it means they love them so much that they want to see them happier, and they're tired of seeing them kind of feeling impotent. And that is what Spirit is saying about some of you. Some of you feel impotent, like, I'm just not doing anything. Like, I'm not happy, but I'm not moving. Like, and some of you have recently taken action, and so Spirit like came in really quick to be like, wait. So again, general reading, Scorpio, like, some of you this will resonate with and some not. But some of you have been looking at your vision and like, thinking about it, but not taking a step. But this month, you're ready to take it. Like Spirit is like, okay, like, I'm going to send some ships into you, because you're not going out to the docks to meet the ships. So some of you are going to get an invitation or some kind of great validation of your creative or spiritual, like, initiatives. Like, you're going to get something inspiring that says, come this way, like, follow your instinct, follow this inspiration. Like, don't leave behind your vision. Don't like put it away and rationalize why you can't do it again this month or this week or this year. Pardon me, I'm so sorry. Be free, Scorpio. And I know, like, that's not always your thing. Like, you, as much as you are very authentic, to be like this open is I lost her. To be this open is difficult for you. You're cagey. Like, you're closed off. You don't want people to know all about you. You want to pick and choose very carefully who gets in. And even then, like, how many gates do people have to go through to get to this part of you? Spirit is saying that it's going to do you more good than harm to open up. Like, you're afraid of being vulnerable, but that is actually incredibly powerful. And you will access a power in you that you have not accessed since, like, you were a child. That is what Spirit is saying. And I know, like, that sounds strange. I know it does. But it's like your creativity and your willingness to, like, shine. That you were shameless again. Like, shameless as a child. Like, her nudity is like... And same with the star over here. Like, the nudity represents the fact that they don't need any kind of artifice. They don't need to hide. They don't need armor. They don't need lies. Like, they're just themselves, and they love themselves for who they are and have no, like, not even a second thought about the way the outside world is perceiving them. So, Scorpio, let go of other people's perceptions. Be you. Be the Queen of Wands. Like, shine with confidence and charisma, knowing that you are freaking magical. Look at the black cat at her feet. Like, that's a symbol of how magical she is. Like, she enters the room, and it's not that she needs everybody to turn and look at her. It's more that she doesn't need everybody to turn and look at her, that everybody turns and looks at her. Like, be so... People think it's an insult to be full of yourself. But Oprah said something really cool about having a really hard time hearing people say she was full of herself for a really long time. But she realized, like, when I'm full of myself, I'm able to overflow and give to others. And that's what's up for you, Scorpio. So if you're rolling your eyes at me for making an Oprah reference right now, I'm rolling them back at you, damn it, because that is a damn good lesson. Like, Don't be afraid to be full of yourself and to be proud of your creativity. Whatever it is that you do, you make magic, Scorpio, and the world wants your magic. The world wants you to wake up and bring to us what it is that you want to bring to us. This walking away that you're doing from this fight, from this dead horse, from this like dead chapter in your life, basically, it's a big decision. It's not easy, but it's like you've woken up. That's wow. Like Spirit came in and said, you've woken up and you can't go back to sleep. So there is a decision that you have just made or you are making in December that is like, you can't go back. Like, you can't come back from the dead and then just be like, oh, never mind, please put me back in the coffin. Like, no. Like, you've been risen. You can't go back to sleep, Scorpio. You know what's going on. You're awake. And part of this has to do with, like, living your best life, and that certain things in your life right now, things that once were nourishing are not. Things that once like filled your heart with joy are now like poking holes in it. So Spirit is saying, like, do whatever you want, obviously, because everything is within your free will. Nothing in this reading is like, okay, here's your future written in stone. Everything is up to you. But Spirit is saying that one thing is for certain, and that is, you know that you can't go back when it comes to a major aspect of your life. And again, I wish I could give you like the most specific reading to just you, but this is for everyone, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So if you do want some insight into what this is or anything else in this reading, you can book a one-on-one reading with me. I have linked my shop in the description below if you're interested in that. But no matter what the situation is in your life, Scorpio, it's like the sheet has been dropped and you've already seen what's behind like door number 1. And you know if you like it or not. So be willing to just acknowledge that to yourself. It doesn't mean you have to even do anything yet, but for you to just acknowledge it will be powerful. And okay, so I feel like this judgment is very much related to leaving this behind. And Spirit is like, come on, like there's more to be planted, so don't be afraid. Like, don't get so caught up thinking that this is gonna kill you, because it's not. It's actually gonna bring you to life, like to cut off crap that's not working. It's like cutting off dead branches. Like, it's gonna allow you to flourish. And I say that because these cards are here saying plant the seed, and saying that some of you are seeing little, it's funny, Spirit is showing me like the ground in springtime, like after a snow, and there's little sprigs of green, like teeny tiny little shoots that are just beginning to come up. And this is your Page of Pentacles. This is signs of life. This is signs of growth. Like, you are growing so much, so remember that. Spirit is congratulating you. Spirit is saying, like, you've come further. Like, please recognize, like, how far you've come. And that's, like, an indicator of how far you can go if you so choose. Like, you have so much potential, and that is what Spirit is saying. And I am also feeling like, to see this and this and this, it's like there's definitely money coming for you in December. So again, whether it's gifts or whether it's a promotion or a raise or just like surprise money out of nowhere, I'm feeling like you're getting your material needs met in December. And when you do this walking away, you're going to feel so proud and so happy with yourself and so like, wow, my life is full. Like, this is the card, like, okay, again, Scorpio, these are general readings, so don't freak out. Like, for those of you that are in a relationship and it's good and you like it and you want to be there for a while, even if it's got its issues, like, then this does not apply to you. But for some of you, this is the single and happy card. Like, I'm leaving behind a relationship that didn't work. And this could even be like a family relationship. Like, screw it, I'm never bothering talking to my sister about politics again or whatever. And I'm just going to be cool with it. I'm just going to be cool with being by myself, and that doesn't mean you're cutting them off forever, but it's like, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to mind my own garden. I'm going to plant my own resources and thoughts and stop focusing on what's going on with other people, because that's what's going to make you happy in the end anyway. Scorpio, you're going to have better relationships with everyone in your life when you're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take care of me. I'm going to go ahead and plant my own garden full of the stuff that I want to look out and see every day and have the kind of lifestyle that I want to cultivate. And if people want to come along for the ride, that's fantastic. And if they don't, then I understand. But my life is going to be awesome. Like, that is the attitude that you should be taking. And I love that that's followed up by this happiness, like this overflow, this like all these people around you loving you and celebrating you in December. So you have people who love you, Scorpio, and who support you and who want to see you successful and who want to see you reach like the pinnacle that you want to reach. Let them support you. Enjoy that love. Like, let yourself overflow, as we were talking about. It's so funny, I hadn't even looked down here yet because I always go like, you know, I'm concentrating so much, but Spirit was talking about the overflow. Let it all flow. Like, let people's love flow into your life and let their advice and their emotional support be a guide for you. Especially when you feel heartache. And this is where I'm going to bring in your bonus card. Okay, you know what? I actually like seeing this on top of this because this is the Nightmare card, which I know doesn't sound so great, right? You're like, oh, fantastic, the Nightmare card. She's right. That's so much better than this heartbreak right here. But no, really, it is. It's like this pain that you're feeling, the anxiety about the pain is so much worse than the actual pain. It's like going to get a shot and like the moments before the shot are so much worse. People faint, people hyperventilate, people like have anxiety attacks, and then the prick of the needle is nothing. So a lot of you, it's like you're expecting the worst, and Spirit wants to let you know, like, don't expect the worst. It's not going to be near as bad as you think it is. So if it's like the fear of walking away from this, or even just like stopping having this conversation and letting it be a dead horse that you stop beating, the anticipation is going to be much worse. The fear of doing it is going to be so much worse than the actual fight or separation or static in your emotional relationships, because this is like pain, separation, betrayal, heartache. But I'm feeling again like they're saying thinking about it is much worse than actually what it's going to be like to experience or do it or say it. So if you have to draw a line and a boundary or make an emotional detachment, it's going to be easier than you think it is. Okay? Okay, so now we're going to get into your fiercely focused spread and get some more details, a really specific theme for you this month. What are you going to be focusing on, needing to invoke or embody most this month? What is your theme for December, Scorpio? Your theme for Scorpio, December 2016. Wow. Okay. Okay. The Tower. Change. Massive change, and not necessarily change that you expect or know about or wish for. Like, you may even see it coming and it still happens to you. And Scorpio, that transition is not meant to throw you to the ground and hurt you. That transition is meant to throw you from the nest. If you experience a really intense and shocking change in December, it's because Spirit... Hey, sorry about that, Scorpio. Had my, I don't have my pro hat on right now, and I ran out of memory. Okay, so this big change that is to get you to spread your wings, right, Scorpio? You are the sign of transformation. The Tower is not an easy card, but if anybody in the zodiac has to go through the Tower, it's you that can make it out on the other side much more powerful than when you went in. This is about, like your card said before, being willing to acknowledge what's not working and what needs to be left behind. That will help you get through the Tower, because it's like a sense of like, okay, you know what, I've made peace with this decision, so if the end is coming, I'm ready for it. And now a card for your physical and financial focus in December. Okay, awesome. Okay, well, that makes complete sense, because just like we were saying before, looking at what's working, looking at what's not working, observing the yield that all of your hard work has created and being like, okay, am I happy with this? Are these routines I have working for me? So for some of you, it's like, okay, I need to rethink the way that I'm doing my work, or my habits are or are not bringing me the results that I want, and adjust accordingly, Scorpio. So again, you're the sign of transformation. For some of you, it's like, okay, maybe I can avoid this tower. Maybe I can keep the tower standing. And the truth is, I feel like Spirit is saying, like, this is like a skin that you're going to shed. This is something that you're going to leave behind because you yourself are transforming. This external change is more of like a reflection of the internal change that you're already going through. But if, again, everything is always within your free will. So if this is something that you're trying to avoid, like this tower falling down, whether it's a job or a relationship or a home that you have, changing your habits may be what you need to do in order to stave off this, like, this sudden change, this unexpected turn of events. Okay. And definitely also I want to say financially, look at your budget and reallocate. Like, look at the way you're spending and see if it's getting you what you want. And you may want to consider like, oh, I need to save more, or I need to pay a little less on my student loan and pay a little more on my credit card, that kind of thing. Like, do a little bit of shifting. Okay. Now we're going to pick a card for your mental focus in December, what you'll be thinking and speaking about in December. You are like the 5th or 6th sign to get this Page of Swords. So at least you know, Scorpio, that you are not alone. A lot of us are going to be delivering some kind of harsh messages or receiving some kind of harsh messages, tactless. But the thing is that it's better to be honest than it is to be nice. And I don't think I really need to tell you that, Scorpio. You know that to be honest is sometimes the kindest thing, even when it's cruel to be kind. And Spirit used that song, that lyric, that expression very, very purposefully. So if you have to deliver a message that is going to kind of upset the climate of the room and cause a little bit of a stir, maybe even committing and contributing to this tower falling down, telling the truth is going to be more important than keeping things peaceful. That said, you certainly don't need to go out of your way to hurt anybody, because this news on its own is pretty disturbing. Okay, I swear that was going to be the last interruption, Scorpio. Okay, and now we're going to look at how things are going in your emotional realm, what you're going to be feeling, and what you will be intuiting, because this is also about your intuition in December. Yay! Celebration. Okay, so this tower, like when I see that, it's like, for some of you, this is going to be like liberation, like people lifting their glasses to you, like, oh, you finally quit that shitty job, like that's so awesome, or like even like, oh, you got fired, but wow, that's for the best, like that kind of thing. Like you're going to be set free, a lot of you. And you also, the really important thing about this for you, Scorpio, is that you do have friends around you. And in particular, I do feel like for a lot of you, the 3 is very key and important. Like you have a set of like, you 3 make a little triangle, you make a little trifecta, you and these other friends. So look to those friends for support, whether it's about the tower or anything else in your life. I feel like there's celebration coming with them, and you're going to share a lot of love. I love that. Like it's people raising their glasses in you as well. So take your friends out for drinks, celebrate the small victories, and celebrate freedom that comes from speaking your truth, even if it causes, again, a ruckus. Okay. And finally, we're going to choose a card for what's going on with your creative and inspirational and conflict in December, which are all ruled by wands. Woo! Wow, there he is. Jumped right out. Okay. Little overburdened, a little tired. Makes complete sense to me. Like, it's too much on your plate, and that may be why you have to do some cutting. Like, you know what? I said I could make it to this event or do this like wow, for some of you, Spirit said like bridesmaid. Like, oh, I thought that I could complete this task, but actually, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I have so much on my plate. I didn't even realize that, like, how am I going to make it to my destination if I'm saddled with so many tasks? And it's like, there's so many disparate little tasks, like, so much, like, paperwork and like, oh, I have to make it to this meeting and I can't forget that I need to write that email and I need to get back to that guy and then I need to make sure that I pay this and then like, it's just like driving you nuts. Like, you need to get some tasks off your plate. You need to ask for help if that's the case, and you need to get rid of some of these responsibilities that are not yielding the returns that you want. So there are certain tasks, and again, like Spirit was talking about, you adjusting your routines. There are certain tasks or routines that really aren't giving you what you need. So don't be afraid to let those go. Don't burn the candle at both ends. Don't burn yourself out. You're going to need your strength, and your friends will provide you strength, like to get through this transformation, this skin shedding. And the skin shedding can be difficult. It can be difficult to say, like, you know what, like, I'm not going to handle this because I just can't. I need to hand this off to you, or I need to drop this entirely, and I need to make this big change. You're going to be more comfortable afterward. The discomfort is in the moment. The discomfort is in saying, I don't want to do this, or I can't, or I won't, or whatever. And then you're going to feel better. This is going to happen, yes, when you speak your truth. To some people, they won't be able to handle it, and it's going to be like a problem. But you need to set yourself free, and you will be celebrating the change that you make in your habits in order to set yourself free from this excessive burden. Oh, that is exciting, Scorpio. Like I said, if anybody can handle and can come out of a transformation stronger than they went in, it is you, the sign of the Phoenix. Thank you so much for tuning in to your Taroscope. I really appreciate it, and I hope that it serves you and guides you very well through the rest of the month. And I just wanted to give you a little holiday hello from somebody special. This is Derpy, and she makes a lot of funky appearances on social media and stuff, so say hi, Derpy, and say happy holidays. I don't think she's going to say it. She only says it when the camera's off, kind of like Michigan J. Frog. But thank you all for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful December, and I hope to see you next month. Bye-bye.